Good morning, Santanas. This is Mrs. Pedroza, and this video tutorial is how to create a task list in Google Calendar. So this entire video is going to help you organize and create your task list, and to ensure you keep track of your homework assignments and tasks that you have to do throughout your day and throughout the classes here at Santiago. So many of you are familiar with our old school learning log that we had last year. We will not be distributing a learning log in paper version this year, and instead you're going to be tracking your homework assignment and your tasks in the task list of Google Calendar. Go ahead and follow along with your Chromebook as you're watching this video. Keep in mind, this video can be watched over and over and over again, although you may get pretty tired of hearing my voice. All right, to access and create your task list, you're going to start at Google. In the top right-hand corner of Google, you're going to see the 3x3 grid. When you click on that, as long as you're logged in to you'll be able to access Calendar. Go ahead and follow along. Sorry, let me switch out of my calendar real quick to a different one. All right, so when you log into Calendar, and if you have multiple Google accounts, you may just encounter the same thing I just did. So make sure you switch to your school account, which is your ID number account. Down at the calendars off to the left-hand side, you'll see that you have your calendar, and then you have other calendars. As you subscribe to your school calendars, your class calendars like science and math and those calendars, they'll show up under the Other Calendars button. And as you go through your day, you can click on and click off to see what you have to do for that particular class. What we're going to be doing in this video is setting up the task list. When you're logging into your calendar, this button right here that says Reminders is a default. It will always start as Reminders. What you're going to want to do is click the three buttons and switch it to Tasks. Now you can choose to switch to whatever color you want, but you're going to take that button and switch it from Reminders to Task and leave it on Tasks. Now you want your tasks to show up, so make sure that button is clicked. Once you click that button so that tasks show up, then you're going to go, this little arrow off to the upper right-hand corner will populate. It looks like that. You're going to click it to expand your tasks. Now, what we're going to be doing to track homework is that each week of the school year will have a task list associated. So as you can tell, I have week 8 of 8/27. That's this week. The Monday of this week was August 27th, and so therefore I have week of 8/27. In order to start creating these task lists for the week, you have to go down to the button at the bottom of the task where it has, and you can kind of see it split in my screen, it has 3 bullet points. When you click on that, you're going to hit New List. Now you'll see I've been playing around with this for a couple of weeks. So you'll see week of 4/16, week of 4/23, week of 8/27. I'm going to go to New List. And I'm going to call it, let's say I want to set up for the following week, I'm going to call it week of 9.3. Now, I may not have a calendar handy or September falls on the next screen, but take a look. Right up in my upper left-hand corner, I can see that the next Monday is September 3rd. Once I've created that in this convention, so it says week of 9/3, I'm going to click OK. Now my week of 9/3 task, let me get to 9/3 for a second. My week of 9/3 is available. Now all this blue that's on here is because I've subscribed to the Santiago Master Calendar, but I don't want to see it. It's too much stuff right now, so I'm going to unclick it while we go through the task tutorial. All right, back to our task list. Clicking this allows you to jump from week to week of your tasks. They should all say week of and then have the Monday date. If you need to edit them, you can click on them to edit them very easily. So my first task list that I'm going to create, because I've already created one for this week, is going to be the week of 9/3. Conventionally speaking, the first thing you have to do when you're creating a task is put the date. So let's say on 9-3, my homework assignment in science is to study for my lab quiz. I'm going to write 9-3. Now you have to have the date first in order for it to show up on that date. Science lab quiz study. Perfect. And did you see how as I was writing that, it shows up on 9-3? The only reason it shows up there is because I have put 9-3 first. Let's say I have another thing. I go from science class to now English. English on 9-3 says that I should be doing a essay review. Sorry, English, I don't know what your homework assignment would be, but let's say it's an essay review. Now I've got history class on 9-3, and it's going to say history DBQ. Perfect. And you can see that as I go through and add these items, they populate. Now you can choose to view your calendar in months, or you can choose to view your calendar by day if it gets to be too many things. So if I view it by day and I go to the 3rd, which I've been putting, you'll see my homework assignments pop up. I prefer the month view, so I'm going to leave it on month. Now these are all the homework assignments you had for Monday, so now you go to Tuesday. You're still within week of 9-3 on Tuesday the 4th, so I'm going to enter here. I'm going to put a new task, and I'm going to say 9-4. I'm going to say, let's say study skills me project. Perfect. And you see how as I write these items, they populate on that day. Now when you go home to do your homework, log into your calendar, log into your task, and then complete the items that are on that day. As you complete them, you can check them off. Now watch, when I check off Science Lab quiz to study for it, it strikes through here to show me that I've completed it. How cool is that? English essay review, done. History DBQ, done. And you can see how those things start to check off. So you'll be able to track through the week what you have going on. Now when you get to the next week is the week of 9-10. So you will need a new task list. So as a review, you go down to the bullets, you add a new list, week of 9.10, hit enter, and now I have a new task list on week of 9-10. If I want to go back to the task list I created for 9-3, I can go back to 9-3 and it goes back to that original task list that I created. Should you have any questions or need anything, please let your advisory teacher know or reach out to somebody in your class that has their task lists totally proficient. Thank you for watching, and I look forward to seeing you throughout the day and all your days here at Santiago. Bye-bye.